Have you ever tried to describe someone to a friend and you just can't find the right words? It feels super complicated, right? But what if I told you there's a secret blueprint we all use, without even realizing it, to build a person with words? Well, today, we're going to lay that blueprint out for everyone to see.
So yeah, how do you do it? When someone asks, hey, what's your new boss like? Or tell me about your best friend. Where do you even start? The good news is, you don't have to be some kind of novelist. The process is actually surprisingly simple and kind of intuitive.
You see, there's a pattern, a simple blueprint that we all just instinctively follow. And once you see it, I mean really see it, you can use it to paint these super clear, vivid pictures of people every single time. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so first things first, we almost always start with what we can see. It just makes sense, right? The first layer of our portrait is all about the physical stuff, the immediate details that create that all-important first impression.
And what's really interesting is how we kick things off with these simple opposites. Before we get into all the nitty-gritty details, our brain just grabs the basics. Are they tall or are they short? It's like the first big, broad stroke of the paintbrush.
From there, we start filling in the blanks, almost like we're going down a mental checklist. Okay, what about their hair? What color? Is it long, short, curly? And their eyes? Do they have a beard or a mustache? We use these common building blocks to quickly assemble the picture.
And then, we pop in those finishing touches that add a little more flavor. Do they wear glasses? Are they young or are they older? And throwing in a rough age, like saying someone's around 30 or in their 70s, really helps make the description feel more real.
But look, a person is so much more than just what they look like. And that brings us to the next layer, and honestly, it's the most important one, their personality.
This is the big one. This is the question that really gets to the heart of who someone is. We've sketched the outside, sure, but now we have to color in their character, their spirit. What are they actually like on the inside?
So often, the very first thing we reach for is warmth. Words like kind and friendly are our go-to descriptors because they immediately tell us how a person interacts with the world around them.
Now get this, because this is where it gets really interesting. We almost never use just one word. Notice that little word but. Serious but nice. We instinctively combine traits, even opposite ones, to show that people are complex.
Here's another perfect example. Shy but kind. This shows us that even if someone is a little reserved on the surface, it doesn't mean they aren't warm-hearted underneath. It's these layered descriptions that really make a person feel real, you know?
And of course, the palette we use to paint a personality is huge. Are they funny, athletic, super smart? Maybe they're really talkative and cheerful, or quiet and patient. Every single one of these words adds a completely different color to the portrait we're creating.
Okay, so we've got what they look like and what they're like. What else is there? Well, context. The final layer is all about putting that person in their world, what they do, and how they express themselves with their own personal style.
A person's main role in life, their job or their station, is a massive part of their identity. Think about it. Just one word like teacher or doctor or student, even retired, it instantly brings up a whole world of ideas and images about their daily life.
And what about their clothes? This is so telling. Describing a friend in jeans and a t-shirt immediately paints a picture of someone who's probably pretty casual, relaxed, and down to earth. Style is basically a shortcut to communication.
Now, contrast that with this, a boss who wears a suit every single day. That simple detail tells a completely different story, right? It says professionalism, authority, maybe a more formal workplace. We get the whole vibe just from the clothes.
So whether someone's wearing dresses or a school uniform or just a comfy sweater and pants, those choices add that final, specific layer of context. It tells us more about their life, their job, and maybe even a little more about their personality.
All right, so let's take a step back and look at all these pieces we've put together. What we've really done here is assemble a simple but super powerful toolkit for describing absolutely anyone.
So if you're going to take away one thing, it's this simple three-step framework. 1, start with appearance. That's your outline. 2, add personality. That's what gives them life and soul. And 3, provide context with their role and style. That puts them right in their world. That's it. That's the blueprint.
And I'll leave you with this last little thought to chew on. The words we choose when we describe other people, the details we decide to focus on, whether it's their kindness or their clothes or their job, they don't just paint a picture of that person. They also reveal a whole lot about us
and what we think is important. So, what do your descriptions say about you?